Hello, Dallas Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Cowboys Blog. I'm John Madden, and now let's get to today's topic.
Highway?
What's this guy supposed to be, the ultimate badass?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Before we get to the big Sunday night game, this is serious. Cowboy time, D for Dallas. And we're really talking about defense. So this cap is really has a lot of meaning tonight, or with this video. So this is one of my originals. This is one of my OG caps. You know what I mean? And it is D for Dallas, not Duke. All right. It never fails. I always get someone saying, why are you wearing a Duke Devils cap or whatever the hell it is? I'm like, really, man? You got to be a fake ass fan if you think this is a Duke cap. It's Dallas, all right? So let's get into the conversation, man. You saw the thumbnail, and it's time to have the conversation, all right? And I've seen enough. All right, I've seen enough. I think that, but there's some caveats. There's definitely some caveats to go into this. Before we get into that, though, you know, this week the gimmick it's always a gimmick with creators, with what they capture from the press conference. I used to do this too, dude. I used to, let me listen to this press conference and try to pull out some key words and come out with some BS content. Those days are over. All right. This is all about reality. I am reality. All right. As what's his name said in Platoon. You remember that scene in Platoon? Anyway, yeah, man. It's everybody's clinging to this simplify. We're gonna simplify the defense, and then all these guys, they should do this to simplify this and that. Like, dude, you're in trouble. All right. This is a red flag indicator. When you hear a coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator start saying we need to simplify, that means your coaching ain't hitting, the scheme isn't hitting, and the players are not buying into it. They didn't buy into it, man. They're not bought into Eberflus. All right. So everybody's looking for hopium under any kind of rock that they can find for this season. And, you know, I don't see it happening, you know, but I have said that the Cowboys, I think under Schottenheimer, could be a team that wins 2, loses 3, wins 1, loses like a Garrett. Every other, you know, there's a pattern, you know. So would I be surprised if the Cowboys win? I would be surprised if they won, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna sit back and watch and see how my thoughts unfold as I watch the game. You know, because people are talking about simplification, substituting players, and this and that. This is the type of work that was supposed to be done in the off season, installations, and now you're experimenting. You're the mad doctor, the mad hatter. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying whatever you can to stop the bleeding. You know, you're looking for the tourniquet right now. And that's what Schottenheimer's trying to find. He's trying to find the tourniquet because he sees this season heading down the tubes real fast. You know, we talked about it. Could it be a one and done coach? He could be. It's not looking good defensively. Offensively, I mean, there's some things there that need to be improved upon as well. You know, that I'm not giving them a pass either. But defensively, this defense, where we're at right now with the personnel moves and draft that the Will McClay has done here, inadvertently possibly, this roster is prime for return to the 3-4 defense. All right. They've been looking for D linemen. They've been looking for edge guys. And we're not counting Parsons. This was a one-off type of guy. You know what I mean? Fell into the Cowboys' lap. And outside of that, though, they have struggled immensely in drafting defensive linemen, edge rushers, your defensive tackles. They're scared of it, and then when they dip their little toes in there, they get bit. So, but looking at this roster, you're too slow. All right, you don't have enough speed on that D line. You know what I mean? So you definitely need to. You're in prime position to either continue with the 4-3 and draft a bunch of players, or go 3-4. And why I say 3-4 is you've already invested a high pick in Donovan Ezuraku, right? A second round pick, who's supposed to be like this edge rusher specialist, pass rusher connoisseur. He's already coming into the league with pass rush moves and this and that. The thing that I mentioned in the video, he is a lot like, the edge rusher. I already forgot his damn name, from the Chiefs. The same kind of build, you know what I mean? Smaller guy, and who can get to the quarterback here and there. That's why I feel like to get the most out of him, it would be best for them to go to a 3-4. Let him be one of the pieces of an outside linebacker. Draft another one or get somebody in free agency, and then you don't have to really focus a whole lot on that nose tackle position. You know what I mean? Right now, when the 4-3, I mean, you have you have to get your 3 tech, you have to get your 1 tech. You know what I mean? And these guys stink at drafting both. At least with the 3-4, it's a more narrow search. You know what I mean? You get your nose tackle, your 1 tech kind of guy who can just hold and anchor, right? You have some lumbering type of ends, like I've said here. These guys are the typical, we can play him on the outside, we can play him on the inside. Marshawn Nealon, 5 tech. All right, he's one of them. Get you another one in the draft. Maybe you feel good about some of these other guys that are on the roster. But it's time to get after the quarterback. You know what I mean? And they've been trying to manufacture it with their front, and they're not doing it. So they need to go and seriously consider going to the 3-4. I mean, watch how this season progresses. Come back to this video later on. I'll probably mention it throughout the season because I really don't see this defense improving whatsoever. So right now, where I'm saying we're in limbo, you know what I mean? So whatever they do with Schottenheimer, whatever they do with Eberflus, if they clean the whole house out, 3-4 needs to be considered. Bring in a 3-4 specialist and get it rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? You have pieces in place here. You have a lot of linebackers. Just draft you some more linebackers. Get you some more Florida players with speed. No more of these Midwest blundering, lumbering dudes. All right, guys. The 4-3 was a failure. All right, it is what it is, man. Time to go back to the 3-4. We enjoyed more success. If you look at it analytically, we had way more success getting at the quarterback and having a better ranked defenses in the 3-4. You know what I mean? But you have to have the right coach, and you're gonna have to add some pieces. This is what Parcells did with the Cowboys. He had Zimmer in here. Zimmer ran a little bit of the 3-4 the year that he was here with Parcells. Then Parcells moved on, and he brought in his guy. All right, and then we went Wade Phillips after Parcells, who was a 3-4 guru. We continued that. You had DeMarcus Ware as your centerpiece of that 3-4 defense. So Ezuraku, one of the piece. You're going to be drafting high. Get you another pass rusher, or maybe another a linebacker, a badass linebacker. There's going to be good linebackers in this draft class that have a versatility as well. All right, so guys, let me know what you think. Is it time to go back to the 3-4 defense? I believe it is. I really do. All right, so that's all I have today, guys. Consider it. Don't dismiss it. Consider it, because the 4-3 right now, not good. Not good at all. All right. I'll see you for the Packers post game Sunday night, bro. Peace.
Yeah, old school, baby.